Hey folks, it's Rick. I'm going to do a different type of video today. I'm going to do just sort of an analysis and just going to share with you guys what is one of my favorite songs. I have this playlist on YouTube that's called All Time Faves, and this is in that playlist. I might be going through some more of those songs in the playlist and talk about what I think is really cool about them. I'll use the guitar to play through a couple parts of this and explain what's happening to the best of my abilities. And let's get started. This is Carly Simon, and this is 1987, June. She was at Martha's Vineyard. And the people in her band were people like T-Bone Wolk, Michael Brecker, Rick Marotta, the drummer, fantastic drummer. Rick Marotta has played with people like Aretha Franklin, Carly Simon, Steely Dan, James Taylor, Paul Simon, John Lennon, Hall & Oates, Stevie Nicks. It goes on and on. It's really crazy. Crosby, Stills and Nash, Boz Scaggs, Warren Zevon, and Linda Ronstadt. He's very cool. He's a great drummer. T-Bone Wolk was a very, very, very famous bass player, and he played for Daryl Hall and John Oates for a long time. He was also in the Saturday Night Live house band. He's really, really, really a great bass player. He was her arranger, I believe. Yeah, and musical director, and played the bass. And he plays the bass so well. I just love it when people play and they physically get into it. You see their whole body is in the music, and that's a way to make really wonderful music. So here's this song. It was from The Spy Who Loved Me. I hope I don't get it blocked, but we'll see. Even if I do, this is good practice for doing this, right? Okay, so let's get started. Here we go. Carly Simon. Can't see my head. There I am. All right, here we go. This song's in the key of F. Let's take a listen to the introduction. Okay, now that's really nice. So it starts off on a high F chord, and then it does these walk down chords, which is really a G7, and it goes back to the F. Now, really, what that is, that's G7, which tends to want to go to C, but in this case, it goes to a substitution, F sharp 7, and F sharp 7 tends to want to go down a half step sometimes when it's being a substitution for C. You hear that? And then it's kind of a similar thing, but it's really nice. It's very well done, and you're going to hear it a bunch more times in the song. Okay, here we go again from the beginning. Okay, so I didn't talk about that. So really what that's doing is it's playing this descending pattern. And if you remember, we were on the F chord at the end, and then we did that. And that's sort of a walk down into what essentially is an F7 or an F9, which leads our ears into B flat, the 4 chord. So it's kind of a modulation from F to B flat. It is a modulation from F to B flat, but you go right back to F. Okay. And then it goes to the 4 chord, which is a B flat. See, I'm on B flat. And then it goes B flat minor. Back to F. Now, B flat minor doesn't belong in the F scale, but what's happening is the composers are borrowing it from the F minor scale. When you borrow chords across scales, it has a really interesting effect to the sound of the music, as we'll see some more of later in the tune. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. So on that third phrase, in in the verse, the B flat to the B flat minor. And then they do this really nice. It's like a A7 to D minor, G minor, C7, F. And then they do their walk down again. It's really pretty. Okay.
Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. I wasn't looking.
Okay, so that's like really perfect vocal execution. Baby, you're the best. She's perfectly in tune on every note. She's got a beautiful tone. She's placing it in a really well at the front of her face so that it projects beautifully. Just wonderful. She's got a smile on her face the whole time. Check it out, it's Rick Marotta. He's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit. Also, she's holding out that F. Sounds awesome. And those three chords go over it.
I wasn't looking.
Here's the verse.
Somehow you found me.
Here's the F or B flat minor.
I tried to hide from your love light.
So you've heard that earlier in the song. G7, F7 to F. It's the same as in the beginning. But anyway, here's the verse chords is F. I wasn't looking. And there's an F with an A in the bass, and then B flat and B flat minor. And again, there's that borrowed minor chord from the F minor scale. And it works really wonderfully. If you like the sound of that, you might have heard the Beatles do it.
Somehow you found me. I tried to hide from your love light, but like heaven above me, the spider above me is keeping all my secrets safe tonight.
It's all the same stuff.
Nobody does it better.
Listen to Rick Marotta's snare drum.
Sometimes I wish someone could.
So strong.
Nobody does it quite the way you do. Why'd you have to be so good?
So hear that awesome distortion in her voice on Why'd You Have to Be So Good.
You do. Why'd you have to be so good? The way that you hold me, whenever you hold me, there's some kind of magic inside you that keeps me from running, but just keep it coming. How'd you learn to do the things you do? Oh, and nobody
Caveman beat there.
does
It's
it
beautiful.
better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, baby, darling, you're the best.
So that part is awesome because she does this.
Makes me feel sad for
This is where we're going into the coda now. Coda is a word for
nobody does it
special ending.
half as good as you.
Here she goes. G minor,
Baby, baby,
flat,
darling,
A, C,
you're the
is really cool because here's what we're doing there. Remember I talked earlier about borrowing chords from the minor scale, and right here we're going to borrow a series of chords from the minor scale. Very cool. So it's this is commonly used in music. There's the 1 chord. Here's the 1 with the 3rd in the bass, and so that's the first inversion. And then it goes to the B flat, the 4 chord. And then what it does, it goes 6, 7, 8 in minor, or 6, 7, 1. The F is 1 or 8. But those chords, 6 and 7, they don't belong in the major scale. If this were the major scale, we would have played this for 6 and this for 7. But really, they're going to... It's a little more rock and roll, a little more awesome. Oh, also that walk up. Sorry, guys. Let's talk about that walk up a little bit. G minor. Then it goes to the first inversion F. And then it goes B flat, B diminished, C, or could be C11. And then you're the best on F. And then it goes into our code. If I don't mess up. And let's check out the ending. It's beautiful. The background singers, they're going to sing a counter melody. The band is so into it. She's going to run around the stage. It's delightful. She's a great performer. Just her singing, everything. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, folks, that's all I've got on this one. I think it's a great song. I'll come back and do some more of these. I've got some other ones lined up, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, whatever, I did. All right. Peace, everybody. We'll see you next time.